Hi, everybody. So yesterday it was really, really cold, and it's pretty cold today as well, of course. And my wife and I decided to stay local and uh, go to a bagel shop that we had never been to before in our neighborhood, and then go to the Renoir drawing show at the Morgan. So we head out, and as we get closer to the bagel shop, I see the streets are empty, except for like there's this one group of 8 or 9 people, and they're slightly behind us. And for some reason, I thought to myself, they're going to the bagel shop. It made no sense. It's a tiny shop. Anyway, we get to the door, and as I read the specials, because there's a board outside, right in front of the door. One of the family, it turns out it looks like a family members, sort of squeezes between me and the board to go in, and I'm thinking, because there were only a few seats in there, and Ellen and I wanted to sit and have a sandwich together. But I then just say, you know what, I'm just going to go in and order. And he goes, instead insists there are, looking in the front window, there are 3 stools, a little countertop. One woman is sitting against the wall. Then there's a second middle seat where he goes. And then there's a seat closer to the door. And then most of the rest of his family comes in. I think it was all women, five or six women, and 2 other guys, one older man and another guy, are sitting outside in the freezing cold. I mean, there was barely room for everyone to stand. Anyway, I'm deciding what I want, and the guy takes one of the seats, stands by one of the seats, and I'm thinking, I don't want to stand and eat. I wanted to just sit down with my wife and have a sandwich before going to the museum. So I just walk over to him and ask, oh, are you? I don't immediately, actually, I should say, I don't know that he's with this other group. So I ask him, are you going to sit? Because he's on his phone. He's not, are you going to sit and eat? And he just looks at me and annoys me. Ignores me. So I just say, just want to know, because it's going to because we wanted to come and sit together. And he said, they're getting me food. Okay, all right. So being the way I am, and you guys who watch these and read these know that I get easily frustrated by weird situations, unfortunate situations. So I decide I'm just kind of uncomfortable. I don't want to stand and eat the sandwich. Ellen orders hers. I'm looking around to see if I want to order something. But you know what? Let maybe just Ellen will eat. I'll stand with her, and so the rest of what does turn out to be his family are deciding what they want. And he still hasn't. But he doesn't show any sign of eating. His family is part of it's outside and part of it's here, and I say, if it's going to be a while, do you mind if I get a bagel and sit with my wife, and then you guys can get your food? And he just, again, he ignores me. And goes back onto the phone call, and not even sitting down. I said, listen, if you're not going to use the chair to sit, do you mind if I use it? And he says, stop harassing me. It's like, I'm not harassing you. My wife and I want to sit together. You seem to be with a party of 8 or 9 people. You're not going to all sit right here because there's only one tiny little stool in between 2 other stools. And are you going to eat there while your family either eats outside or goes somewhere else? And he says, leave me alone. I'm not, listen, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I just want to sit with my wife. You're not eating. You're not drinking. You're just standing by the chair. You're not even sitting in it. I just would like to sit down and have lunch with my wife. Ellen's finished about half her bagel by now. And because he's so nasty about it, he's so, get away from me, I can't stop. And I never, ever once raise my voice, accuse him of anything, never yell at him. I just say, listen, guy, you're not using the seat. What is the big deal? I don't think you're going to sit down and eat with them because you're all not. They're getting me food. They're getting me. Yeah, but are you going to actually eat it there? You're not sitting down. You can stand over there. Ellen finishes, and sorry, she decides not to eat the second half of the bagel. She's gonna take it with her, so we can just get out of there because it's not going well. On the way out, I see the two gentlemen out front. I have a feeling this guy's he's probably around 20, 21, 22 years old. And yes, I did get a Gen Z stare a few times. And these seem to be maybe his father and his older brother. And, it's Christmas time. I get it. I don't want to upset an entire family. But they're looking at me, and I said, listen, I actually said, and I also don't like to embarrass people in front of their family. Whether there's the father, the son, I just don't. But I just sort of, and they don't speak English. That's fine. He does speak English, which made me think maybe they're not together. I think they're together. And then I see him at the still as we're walking across the street to go to the Morgan. He's there at the stool, not sitting down and not eating. And his family, they've not yet ordered. They're still discussing what they want. So it's been going on for quite a while. And it's pretty packed. I mean, that's it. That's all that can fit in this space. It's so small. So, silly me, I go back inside, much to my wife's chagrin. And he immediately starts saying, "Police, police, police." I'm like, no. Not police. I just want to know why still my wife and I could have ordered our sandwiches and finished them sitting next to each other, looking out on a cold Manhattan afternoon together like we had planned. But instead, you're still standing at these chairs on the phone with no food. And then I say, listen, again, I say, happy holidays. I'm really sorry. I just don't understand. I'm trying to figure out your thought process, why you wouldn't give up the seat that you're not using to two people who want to use it and eat together. And he opens the door, and starts going, harassment, harassment, police, police. I said, no. And I even turned to his what might be his father, and I said, no, I'm not harassing him. I'm just trying to ask him what. You know what? Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. And a little shaken. I actually don't enjoy these confrontations. Especially when I think I'm right. And, maybe in this case I'm the asshole. And if you think I'm the asshole, please tell me. Comment below. I really just wanted to sit down and have a sandwich, and he wasn't using the seat, and that's all we wanted. It was cold. It's not a time to walk around everywhere and freeze your butt off while you're trying. This is exactly what we wanted to do, and it turned out to be exactly what we didn't want to do. But you know what? We went to the Morgan. The Renoir drawing show is revelatory. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it, and so the day was still beautiful, but it still is irking me that, and it does. Again, this is me. This is what I do. I don't have anhedonia. I try to enjoy myself, but I will eventually get over it. I hope the kid had a fine time. Maybe he's still on the phone taking up that seat. I don't know. But in the meantime, Happy New Year to him, his family, my friends and family, all of you out there. And if you see me coming, I guess you better duck, because I appear to be trouble. Bye, everybody.